ready to go. If the beat hits, I'm ready to
Welcome into Varsity 4. I'm Alessandra Pontbriand. He, of course, is the great Justin Barney. We hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving Day, and thank you for joining us on this festive Thursday night. Now, each Thursday at 10:45 p.m. during the school year, we will be bringing you the latest high school sports news each week. Right now, we're in the thick of the football playoff hunt. Tomorrow night, there are state semifinal spots on the line. Justin, you got a lot to say about these games.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite times of year, and coaches and players, they always talk about if you can practice on Thanksgiving, which was this morning, and play on Black Friday. That is the goal of every team every year, and these teams behind me right here have made it to that point. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of these games. I'm going to start down the wall down here. We got two all-local matchups down there, Bishop Kenny and Range and Trinity and University Christian. I like both of these matchups, but I do think that Trinity UC game is going to be quite a bit more competitive than that Bishop Kenny Range game. Bishop Kenny and Range, you got Caleb Madison coming off a career night last week. 369 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns for Caleb in that game as they pulled away from Godby for a big win. But doing that against Range, I wonder if he can do that, have that same success against that Range defense, which has given up like 46 points all season long. And a couple of those touchdowns were on kickoff returns. So that Range defense is electric. When they home in on a player, that player usually has a difficult night. So I'm looking forward to seeing Caleb Madison against that unbelievable Range defense. And Trinity UC, I think this is going to be a great game as well. We've talked about them all season long, meeting at this stage in the playoffs, and here we are one night away from that game. Trinity has the recent history in this game. The last 50 years, they've won more than 20 times. UC has won 4 times in that game. But the reason why I think this can be competitive, once UC kind of got over that hump of, hey, we're the kind of the little brother. That's how Trinity views UC. Once they beat Trinity Christian in this game a few years ago and got to the state semifinals, only 2 years ago, that UC beat Trinity Christian in the regional final to get to that state semifinal berth. That's why I think this game is going to be competitive. Both these teams, 9 state championships apiece. 2 coaching legends at these schools, Verlin Dorman and David Pinland III. I think that's going to be a great one on Friday night. We move on into these right here. Cocoa and Bradford. If you know your history, well, you know that these teams have met a few times in the last few years at this stage or beyond in the playoffs. So the last time these guys met a couple years ago, state championship game. Cocoa won that game. I think they're probably the small favorite here just because their offense is really, really good. Ryan Schneider is a very, very good coach. So is Jamie Rogers at Bradford. They're coming off a 24-14 win over Berkeley Prep. I think this is going to be a heavyweight matchup on Friday night. Choctaw and St. Aug, they've met. This is the 4th year in a row they've met in the postseason. 3 of these have been at this stage in the playoffs, right for the state semifinal berth. This one last year was 13-6, a very, very low-scoring defensive slugfest kind of game. I think that's going to be a very similar result as we see on Friday night. St. Augustine's defense, hey, we know about Samorian Wingo and Brenton James and Darrell Preston and those guys. Man, they clamped down Ed White last week. Highest scoring regular season team in state history, averaging 54 points a game. St. Augustine held them to 12 points in garbage time. It was 37-0 before Ed White got on the scoreboard. So that defense of St. Aug can play a little bit of ball too. Moving on up into our 3 bigger classifications. Daytona Beach mainly won a state championship a few years ago. Well, they're heading to the Shark Tank on Friday night. That Ponte Vedra defense, J.P. Dolan, Reese Beck, Talon Babin, those guys can play some defense. They're all healthy now too, and they've been to 2 tough playoff games. They they hammered Beachside last week 38-3. A week before, they had a playoff win over Niceville. That was electric. That environment down there was fantastic. So can the Sharks do it on Friday night? They've been to the spot 2 times before. They're 1-1 in those games. 2 other ones here, Pensacola Catholic coming to Bowles. I think Bowles wins this game handily. They missed the state semifinals last year for the first time under Coach Matt Toblin. I think they get back. They've got a great offense and a very, very strong defense. I think Bowles is headed to the Final Four. And the last one, the only out-of-area game on Friday night, Mandarin heading to Gainesville-Buchholz, and the Final Four path has run through Gainesville the last 4 seasons. Buchholz has been to the state semifinals 4 consecutive years, Alessandra, and all 4 times they've beaten local teams to get there. Mandarin will be number 5, but Mandarin is clicking. They're coming off 42-point performance against Pace last week. Can they get it done against Gainesville-Buchholz? That's a big question. And I will be at that game, so if you see me, say hi, and we'll make the trek back to Jacksonville together. Okay, as we continue to spotlight the Reigns Vikings throughout the playoffs, Reigns is trying to reach the state semifinals for the 2nd straight season when they host Bishop Kenny on Friday night. Yeah, News4JAX reporter Chris Will is checking in with the Vikings. He's got some very thankful Reigns players this week.
Each and every week, we come out to Rains High School to share stories of family, fight, and of course, football.
Skate, skate, skate!
But it takes a lot of questions to be able to share those stories properly. And in the spirit of Thanksgiving, we just have one simple question. What are you thankful for?
Mic check, mic check.
I'm Tony Williams.
Keelan Burke.
My name is Miles Morgan.
What are you thankful for?
What am I thankful for?
And I'm thankful for God, my parents, and my coaches, because without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Respond, Vikings. Respond. Let's go.
Green beans, tomatoes, potatoes, ham, lamb, hog, dog.
Thankful for the beautiful game named football. Without this, I don't know what I would do.
I'm thankful for Timothy Cole.
I had a lot of stuff going on, and I probably wasn't going to play at this school. And all my coaches and my family made this possible.
Oh, yeah, we play! Thanksgiving, baby!
I'm thankful for my family. The lady that's looking up there.
Thankful for God, family, just great coaching staff for believing in me.
It's the team that won it the most, guys. Good job.
Put on a show for the Viking Nation on Friday night. And, that's just because growing up, my family has been very Viking-oriented, and I just, I love my family, so I want to put on a show for them as well.
And I'm thankful for macaroni and cheese because it's the best side dish of all time.
Multiple things I'm thankful for is life in general, being able to spend time with family.
My beautiful mother, my sisters, my brothers, and, Rains Viking football.
I'm thankful for the program, the staff, the players' commitment. We are hard on them. Thankful for the opportunity to be able to practice on Thanksgiving, to be preparing as a group of guys to go and win a state championship in 2025.
Let's get it. Raise round 3, let's get it.
I love that Chris Will and Elijah Morris, our photographer, have been tracking Rains all season. Really feels like a special season over there at 3663 Rains Avenue.
And in less than, 3 weeks away from hopefully a state championship
Maybe
appearance.
getting back and maybe have, knock on wood, a little bit better luck than they had last time.
Okay, when we come back, we unveil our first high school girls and boys basketball rankings of the season and give props to a host of high school cross-country teams. Stay tuned when Varsity 4 returns after the break. Welcome back to Varsity 4. We're winding down the fall sports season, and it continues to get better. Last Saturday in Tallahassee, area teams managed to bring home 5 state championships, Justin.
Impressive. And football really kind of casts this huge shadow over our area. But man, we have so many good high school sports. Alessandra, it was about as good of a week as possible for those teams. The Creekside girls, the Bishop Kenny girls, the Providence girls, they all won team state championships. And, the Bulls and Providence boys teams also won team state titles. The Creekside girls, it was their second straight title and third in school history. The BK girls, they have now won 3 in a row and 11 championships overall. The Bulls boys, they captured their 9th crown, and the Providence teams pulled off that rare double. So really cool to see teams outside of the football. We talked about swimming last week and cross country now. We have got some darn good cross country teams, both boys and girls. Really cool to see all those teams taking the course in Tallahassee and having that much success. Congrats to all those teams.
Yeah, and congrats to all those teams. Hey, let's talk about some basketball, though. The season just began at the beginning of the season, and state championships are here in town. So what teams look like they'll be winning a state championship?
Yeah, I launched my first Super 6 rankings of the season just Monday of this week, and I'm going to count them down for you. NFEI, they had a great year last year, played for a state championship. The Bannisters over there, Tony, the head coach, and Antoinette, his daughter, doing good things at NFEI. Beachside, Morgan Crimmen coming off a 40-point game for Beachside in their opener. They're at number 5. Providence, of course, they're always a threat to get to the Final Four. They're at number 4. Bishop Kenny, Will Mayer doing a great job over there with a very team at Bishop Kenny. Really, every year they seem like they change faces and still have that success. Bowles at number 2. They played for a state championship last year. Terrell McCoy, Evie Freeman, really good team over there. They're at 2. And then Toquoy Creek, they're 3-0 to start the season. They played in the state semifinals last year, have one of the area's best players in Audrey Bayer. So I think they are the number 1 team to start the season on the girls' side.
Okay, let's look at the boys' side now.
Yeah, boys' side, that came out Tuesday of this week, and some changes here from how we ended the season last year. University Christian, they've got some graduations, losses to overcome, but they're still number 6. Big win over Ribault to start the season, 70-69. Pontbriand, their only losses to Jackson, and they are always a team that figures to get down and play in the Final Four. Lost in the state championship game last year. Of course, Benjamin Jones at Impact Christian, he's building a little dynasty over there. They are at number 4. Providence at number 3, led by Hall of Fame coach Jim Martin. Tocoy Creek, Will Wilson over there doing a good job over at Tocoy Creek. They played in the state semifinals last year. And of course, Byron Shimwell at Jackson and the Final Four Tigers trying to get back there again. They open at number 1 in the Super 6 this year.
And we'll be keeping up with the boys and the girls basketball teams throughout their season. But Justin, thank you. You did such a good job today.
Hey, I try. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Are you thankful for me? I'm thankful for you.
Words cannot explain how grateful I am to have you here.
Okay. Sarcasm? No, that was serious.
Not me, not me.
Okay, well, follow us on Sports4JAX on Instagram to get even more sports news. But thank you for watching Varsity 4. Happy Thanksgiving and good night.